Hey everyone, I'm Dyck, and this is Caden giving you just the tip on Tuesday. Today's just the tip is about push-ups. So we're going to start with proper push-up positioning first of all. So we'll get Caden to drop down into his push-up position. So this kind of goes back to our plank, which we did several weeks ago. So making sure that you're in a good plank position. If you got a good plank position, you can move forward with push-ups. If you don't, then we got to modify. So here we want to make sure that his fingertips are just behind the shoulders. Middle finger is facing forward. He's screwing his hands into the ground. So this is going to get your shoulder into an externally rotated position rather than a bad internally rotated position. Show him a bad position, Caden. So that's like losing the midline, and if he lets those elbows come out in that push-up, we definitely don't want that. So what we want is that good push-up position to start off with. Abs are tight. And from there, he's going to fire his elbows straight back. Chest touches the ground. Thighs are engaged. Thighs are not touching the ground. And he's going to punch out from there. So do like 4 more, please, Caden. So this is going to be very measurable. This is going to be very repeatable. And this is great positioning for that push-up. So after he's done those 5, he's going to jump up. If someone cannot maintain that midline stability and that lower back starts to arch and you're doing push-ups that way, not something we want to do. So if you have a very weak plank to start off with, you're better off starting by raising the ground up a bit. So we're going to show you some less challenging versions, but still something measurable, and it should be challenging for your level. So don't just go to the ground right away if you can't hold a proper plank. Another option is using the box here. Exactly the same things, same rules apply. He's going to, once again, keep those fingertips in line with the shoulder. When he drops down, he's going to get his sternum touching the edge of the box, so just under the chest. Same positioning, quads are engaged, abdominals are engaged. Go for like 4 more, Caden, and his elbows are staying in tight to the body, so he's not letting those elbows flare out. Maybe do like a couple bad ones after the 5 good ones there, Caden. So that's not something that we want to do, getting those shoulders involved and elevated while you're trying to do these push-ups. We want to keep it in tight. Say if you don't have the appropriate box, but you have a squat rack available to you, this is another good version. Putting the bar in the rack. At different gyms, we have a rack over there that we could use as well and get the bar as high and as low as you want. And once again, keep the same mechanics. So we're going to get Caden to bust out some push-ups here. The higher you go, the easier this is going to be, or the less challenging it'll be for the individual, but they can still maintain proper mechanics. Probably wouldn't recommend one of these racks right off the bat because it isn't very stable. It's not connected to the ground or anything like that, and it could tip over. But just for the video, we were using it, so it is another option that can still keep you in a good position. The last one we'll show you is, say you want to make it a little tougher. There are a lot of variations for the push-ups, but these are the basic skills we want you to maintain while you're doing them. We're going to throw a plate on Caden's back. We want to make sure that when we're throwing a plate on our partner's back or a training partner's back, we're not throwing it over top of their hips or their butt, which is going to force those abdominals to work a lot harder. You want to try to find that happy spot kind of at the top here. So just over top of those shoulder blades, you can still maintain a good stable midline. And then at the bottom, elbows will be touching that plate. We don't want to go out too far with the elbows. He's still in a good position there. So depending on the individual, the width of their back, all that kind of stuff, you're going to have to play around with positioning and talk to your partner. Ask them if you could raise the plate up, lower it down. But thank you, Caden, for giving us just the tip on this Tuesday, just the tip Tuesday on our push-up progressions. If you have any questions, email us info@starkestrength.com, S-T-A-R-K-E, strength.com, or if you want to call Caden up and ask him, it is 1-900-HOT-BODY, and he answers. Thanks, everyone.